So we're talking about mastering communication styles. Mastering communication styles. This is a series, a brand new series called the Cupid's Challenge. First person to ever fall in love with is yourself. You fall in love with you gravy. Everything else becomes mashed taters. You gravy. Now, how you fall in love with you is you understand yourself. You understand what you desire. You understand what you don't desire. You are able to identify needs. You're able to identify what you don't need. This is just how to be human as possible, knowing what you know. You know? All right. So this is mastering communication styles for healthier connections with yourself. And not just with yourself, but primarily for the outspringing for other relationships that you may develop with friends, even family, or your partners or lovers, however you want to communicate that. And so pretty much the four styles of communication will be none other than passive, number one, aggressive, number one, passive aggressive, number three. I said number one for both of them. Number two for aggressive, passive aggressive for number three, and then also assertive. So you got passive, you got aggressive, you got passive aggressive, and then you got assertive. So you have these four styles of communication, and now how do you master them? How do you master those four styles of communication? You gotta first observe. You gotta first observe yourself, because in observing yourself, you're gonna see whether or not you communicate passive aggressive or assertive. And from there, you'll be able to just identify a lot better with yourself and other people and how you speak and how you allow others to speak to you. So, first thing first, let's hit on passive, yo. We're gonna be focusing on passivity today when it comes to how we communicate. Cause trust me, hey, believe it or not, yo, we have been very passive, man. And some of the little things that you never even think is passive is very passive. I kid you not. Now listen, I'm not saying, let me start off by saying this. I want to start off clear. I'm not saying to be passive, to be aggressive, to be passive aggressive, or to be assertive is the right way. What I am speaking on is, what do you prefer? I want us to really obtain this notion that we have more power than we give ourselves credit for. Meaning, I can do whatever I want to do because ain't nothing wrong, ain't nothing right. It's just what I prefer and what I don't prefer. We're going to start there, and we'll, from there, learn to just see ourselves innocent no matter what. So from here, bam, let's get to it. Passive, passive, passive. The relationship killer. The poison of passive communication. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about what this relationship killer is, what this poison is. What is it? What is it? What is it? Let's talk about some of these characteristics, right? Like, listen, I can tell you up front, I have communicated passively, bro. I have, man. And listen, the shit don't gotta feel good. You know why it don't gotta feel good? Because it's something that I know I don't prefer, yo. I just don't, dude. I don't wanna fucking communicate passive. I don't, yo. I promise you, I do not wanna do that, bro. I don't. But let me tell you what this shit is. Number one, what's like a very key characteristic that I produced when I myself will be passive in my communication, especially dealing with, my partners or even friends and whatever. I talk as though I want to avoid conflict. And I'm gonna tell y'all what that shit is. Walking on what? Thin ice. Trying not to wake anyone up. Trying not to disappoint. You know, monitoring your words. Filtering your words. Making your words more G-rated than rated R. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's like chaotic for real, because instead of just expressing how you feel, right? And most times that comes from when you have needs. Like when you know exactly what you need or what you prefer. Let me just say it like this. You know what you prefer. It ain't really like an expectation at the very end of the day. It's like, I know, for example, when I'm playing basketball and it's hot, it's 88 degrees, I prefer an ice cold bottle of water. I prefer that. I don't want no warm water. I don't want no lukewarm water. I don't want no hot water. I want some ice. That's what I prefer. So if I let Gina know, like, hey, babe, can you give me a bottle of ice water out of the car in the cooler? Yeah, babe, I got you. And she go bring one from outside the cooler that wasn't inside the cooler. I'm like, oh, babe, you got this from the cooler? No, babe. Yeah, it's like warm. You feel it? No, but I just thought you said you wanted the water. I'm like, yeah, I want water, but I was saying out the cooler. I remember I said ice cold. Oh my gosh, babe, you did not say that. And then you know when that shit happens, in my mind, I be like, if she don't remember me saying the shit, bro, we'll be here all day. Because now we arguing about memory. We'll be arguing about memory, and I don't want to do that. So for me, it's like, boom, you know what? I go get my own water, but thanks, babe. Now, the next day go by, we at the court again. I ask her again, babe, boom. Hey, babe, can you please go get me some ice water out of the cooler in the car? Got you, babe. She come back and do the same exact thing. And then I say, okay, hey, babe, I'll ask her, hey, babe, did I say just get a water or you went out the cooler? Babe, you said just get a bottle of water out of the back. If she wouldn't tell me that, I'd be like, okay, I know what I need to do next time. And then bam, what I'm gonna do next time is let her know, hey, like, babe, you know, I don't know if you really like hearing me when I'm asking you to do something. Like I asked you to give me a bottle of cold water, but you said I said something completely different. So boom, this is what I'm gonna do next time. The next day we there, we hooping. It's time to go get some water. Hey babe, let's walk to the car and get some ice cold waters out of the cooler. She be like, all right, cool. Now I'm taking her with me. I'm going to show her what exactly it is I would like to get out of, you know what I'm saying? Because how you help with passive characteristics is you gotta really like actively change that shit, bro. Because it's not that sometimes somebody you'll be communicating what you want and desire from somebody, and they may not understand exactly what it is you may want, or they may not even abide by or want to do the shit or do it correctly the first time. But it's just kind of like now when she comes back and be like, hey babe, so why did I have to come to the car with you? Here we go. This is where you now like see sometimes passive communication when it comes to avoiding conflict. Instead of being real, right? You know, and why you brought her back there, this is avoiding conflict because you don't want to argue. You don't want to argue. You want to keep peace. Oh, nah, babe, I just you know, I don't know. I just wanted to kind of like just be with you and you walk with me. And also, too, you was talking to me about something. So, you know, yeah, I just wanted to, you to walk with me to the car. I was like passive as fuck, bro. And then I wasn't even honest. You ain't even being honest. So what you gonna end up doing is what? It's suppressing your what? What are you gonna suppress when that shit happens? What are you suppressing? You suppressing your true feelings. You suppressing your true emotions. And we may not know, but when you suppress your true emotions, you're training your mind that that shit's okay and that you want to do that. That this is how it's supposed to be. This is normancy to your mind, because that ain't the first time you ever wanted to keep quote unquote peace and avoid conflict by not actually communicating and answering things honestly. You're just training yourself to suppress your emotions. And guess when you suppress your emotions, guess what happens next? That should lead to frustration. Oh yeah. It leads to frustration. So over time you start just fucking resenting your lover. Why? Why you resenting them? Why was I starting to resent Regina? Because I was suppressing, excuse me, my emotions. I was suppressing my emotions, so I started resenting her. But why? Because listen, if I resent me, I'm going to resent the next person outside of me. My emotions is suppressed. So guess what? I don't care about yours. I'm going to resent yours. What else? What else was this passivity doing? You started to defer, push it on everybody else, project, not be the one that stands out. Wait to see what else someone else is going to do before you do something. I'm telling you, I'm not going nowhere. Yeah. Yo, man. We start, you know how my parents used to call it passing the bucket. Yeah, passing that bucket. You know what I'm saying? Or guess what? What else we start doing? You know, I ain't gonna lie, I was good for this one. Overly agreeing. Oh. And I can't stand such. And you know what? I went to this little spot, and I ain't gonna lie, it was cool. The bar was cool, but then some people walked in, and I'm telling you, they was just like mean mugging me. Like, the fuck you got a problem with me for? Like, just because I'm confident and I look good, this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? Don't mean you. I gotta come up in here hating on me, child. Please don't make me get ugly. Cause listen, I don't mind stooping to your level. Like, and I be like, shit, you right. I agree with you, like for real. Cause don't nobody look at you like that. They put their hands on you. Like, nah, man. Like I was good for that shit. Or just people, oh my gosh, I cannot stand Trump. He's just oh, and then this, I cannot the teachers, the tests, all of that shit is like, yeah. I agree. Oh my gosh. Like you just reading my mind. It's like, bro. Same with Gina, bro. She used to talk to me. Even my other partner, man, like Francis. We had talked sometimes, bro, and it just be like, sometimes just be green, just because it's like, bro, yeah, I don't, Sometimes you don't want. I be listening to some shit. I be like, nah, that ain't it, bro. That ain't it. But then because I want to avoid conflict, I disagree. I'll disagree and become very apologetic, like, oh, sorry for this, sorry for everything. Oh, my bad. Why you ain't doing nothing wrong? Why you keep saying my bad? Nah, maybe my bad. I ain't. See right there, you saying it again. My bad. See, you keep saying it. Stop saying my bad. Like, why you keep saying that shit? Like, bro, you ain't doing nothing wrong, bro. My bad. You just be like, for real, bruh. These are like passive characteristics, bro, that I know for sure I've shared, especially saying like, when Gina used to be like, babe, you okay? The number one thing that what we do when someone asks is, hey, how are you? Like, what's the most like universal answer? Hey, how are you? I'm good. Right? I think that the most universal answer that we all give, or especially when we know something going on with us, and then someone that we know they know if something's going on with us, but we don't want to talk. This is what we do. Hey, what's going on with you? How you feeling? You okay? I'm fine. And you know they ain't, bro. Like, come on, man. Y'all ever was with someone, bro, and you knew something was going on with them? Like, you just was approaching them on some like, yo, I know something going on. I really don't want to ask, but I ain't gonna lie. Like, I know I've been going through some stuff, so if I could have had somebody to talk with me and through this shit, I love it, bro. But so let me just, suck it up. Let me go and like be of service to someone else, and you go over there, and you know what I'm saying. You ask them, you know what I'm saying. Hey, I kind of like, notice it's a big difference in your energy today. I just wanted to check on you. How are you? I'm fine. Bro, I'm not about to dig. I swear to God, I ain't want to come over in the first place. Bro, you better let me know what's going on. I swear, bro. I'm not the one, bro. I'm not the one. So what's going on? Talk to me. Because for real, like, I was that same person that would say I'm fine, knowing I ain't fucking fine, bro. Or somebody had plans. And, I'll have my plans too. They'll be like, hey, so what we want to do today? So, bam, Johnny would come out and be like, well, shoot, let's go bowling. And then Felicia be like, ooh, I want to go swimming today. Or then, okay, all right. And then, you got your plan, bam. So you want to go golfing. You want, hey, let's go to the Pro-Am and go golf. Let's go to Top Golf. And then no one says nothing. And then here come Jack. Yeah, how about we go to the movies? We go bowling. And then if it's not too late, you know what I'm saying, then we'll go swimming. And then that way, after we swim, we can go shower, go straight to dinner. And all the while, I'm looking at him like, wait, what about Top Golf? We don't want to do Top Golf? Yeah, I don't think nobody want to do Top Golf. Well, bro, you gonna speak for everybody else? Like, that's what I be thinking. But instead of saying something, I'll just be like, yeah, you right. Yeah, let's do everything that y'all want to do. Just like you agreeing to shit, you don't even want to do it, bro. Oh, Quentin, can you babysit for me? Oh God, hell, bro. Shit. Yeah, sure. I could babysit for you. And then two hours later, you like, damn, man, why I tell him I can babysit, man? I really wanted to go and chill with oh boy, man, he was supposed to go out to fucking get something to eat and then go chill, man. But I forgot all about that. Just because I couldn't say no because I wanted to avoid conflict. Because if I say no, then how are you gonna look at me? You know what I'm saying? Like, so that has happened. Like, self-depreciation, not really like appreciating myself when someone give me a compliment. Oh my gosh, you look so handsome. You ain't gotta gas me up. I mean, I tried to put something together, like, I don't know. Like, bro, no. Like, what? What? For real, bro. Like, so you like wanted to get out of like this passive ass like talking, saying shit like, oh, sorry to bother you, but perhaps, like, no, you're not sorry to bother nobody. You just afraid to just ask for what you want. So you think that softening the blow is good, and it's not. It's like, bro, what are you afraid to ask for something for? Like, bro, it's either gonna be yes or no anyway, so you might as well just ask. It ain't about like, oh, sorry to bother. Just the fact that you said that, now you just making me feel like, shut up, bitch. I don't even, like, bro, come correct, bro. Sorry to bother you. You're bothering me by saying that. Like, all right, I get you. I got it. All right. Because for real, like, you don't want to do that type of thing because all you're doing is training yourself to think that way, right? So you don't want to think like that because you eventually going to feel that way subconsciously. And that's going to be the very thing you ignore anyway. And then you're going to find yourself expressing shit that you've been feeling that you ain't really been dealing with, for real. And here come now you feeling over fucking loaded by taking on tasks that you don't even want to do. You just don't have the balls to just be what? Non-passive. Because that's what nice is, bro. Nice is passive. Nice is passive, bro. I feel like I need to be nice. What the fuck? Nice don't have nothing to do with love whatsoever, but this is really what nice is. I can tell you because I've been too fucking nice, thinking that shit's love. That's not love, bro. Love is not being nice. That's not being who you truly are. If you gotta be nice, that means you're being passive. Nice and kindness is two different things. Kindness is being mindful with empathy, meaning you gonna have to think to feel that shit if you're going to do it. If you haven't thought to feel it, you don't gotta do it. Ain't nothing wrong with you not doing some shit, bro. You can say no. Or apologizing for something that you need, bro. You ask, I'm sorry, but I need this. Like, what are you saying I'm sorry for when it's a need? A need ain't wrong to have in your human experience. So those who make that shit sound like it's wrong, who gives a fuck? Who cares? You know when you need to go to the bathroom and you ain't acting all fucking spiritual then. So stop acting like, we gotta stop acting like these needs is wrong to have. Cause they not. Bro. I got overwhelmed. So you know what come next, right? When you overwhelmed, you shut down. Just like anything that's fucking overheating. You shut the fuck down, bro. You need a 3 to 5 month hiatus because you a fucking people pleaser. You passive. And you take all of that shit out on everybody else. We do. I have done it, bro. I've people pleased. I've gotten overwhelmed and I shut down. And I shut down on everybody and everybody felt my wrath. Not really, because the only ones that feel your wrath or felt my wrath is the ones that I was closest to the most, because I can't step on nobody's foot that ain't close to me. Meaning the ones that actually love me the most. I step on the most. But I expect them to understand. So I'll just give you the silent treatment. Instead of figuring out a way where I can speak up and express how I truly feel. Because for real, when that shit be happening, where is it coming from? Like, where's the root of this shit coming from, bro? Fear. That's ain't no other fucking thing. It's fear. Ain't nothing else that really it can come from. When you being passive, passive comes from fear. Fear of rejection, not knowing your acceptance. Fear of being judged, not understanding your innocence. When you don't understand your innocence, you don't understand your acceptance. When you don't understand your acceptance, you walk around in fear because you have anxiety of not knowing how someone else is going to now think about you, therefore produce a feeling that you may not agree with or want or be felt by someone that you value their opinion above your highest truth. That's a sad movie. It just is, bro. The shit's sad. I don't want to watch that shit. Fuck. The beginning of the movie sound like that. You think I'm about to watch that shit? No, bro. If it ain't wrestling, then I know it's real. Wrestling's fake, bro. Anybody trying to hear that shit, bro? Pineapples don't grow on trees, but this potato sack grows underneath it. Yo, this is how you just deal with this shit. You gotta confront it, bro. Like right here, right now. Low self-esteem is caused by fucking social anxiety. Passivity makes you afraid to be social. We be thinking like, people just don't get me. I swear to God, they just don't get me, girl. Every time I try to open up, they just be like, not able to be in depth with me. I just, people just don't get me. This is why I don't talk to people. That's funny. Dude, this is why, because people be thinking that they antisocial because people just don't get them. No, I was antisocial because I didn't get me. I did not get me. I did not get me. For the life of me, I didn't get me, mate. But I put that shit on everybody else because why would I take accountability when I'm unconfident? I'm not even confident enough to fucking take accountability. Like, what? And then you putting other fucking people's needs above your own. You can't take care of your own needs, but you can take care of somebody else's? Shit. Hell to the no, bro. Gun smoke in the building. No, you can't afford to take care of somebody else's needs when you still got them. And I don't want them to think that I'm being mean. Because I cannot live with myself for the life of me. If someone else's opinion of me is not making me feel right inside. Because you know why? Because you judge yourself based on what you do instead of who you are. So what you do has to make you feel good because you is only as good as what you do anyway. Because if you ain't did shit, you feel like shit. So you got to do something spectacular for somebody else to think highly of you because you live by that shit. And that's not it, bro. That's not how we live. That's not how I live. No. But that's how I was rocking out. I was rocking out passive as shit, bro. Mr. Nice Guy. I really was. Nice is a fucking psyop. That whole word. It just means you're just too passive. That's all. Just too passive, bro. And now you feel unaccepted. You feel like people don't really care about your thoughts, your opinion, your feelings, your emotions. You feel undervalued. You compare yourself a lot now. You find more faults than you can find the great things about yourself or in others. You're more pessimistic than you are optimistic. These are actual values of being nice / passive because they're the same thing. And now we got to this point where it's like, okay, it's hard for me now to, for real, like, really buy into you emotionally because I feel so overlooked emotionally that I honestly just feel like it's a waste of my time to really like, and it's to the point we be like, bro, I don't even know how to be like for real romantic with you now. I don't even know how to be romantic with myself because I've been training my mind so long to be passive and suppress my true emotions that I honestly can't even act out how I truly feel. So it's almost like, bro, I'm only like acting out what I think, not what I actually feel. Because what I feel is what drives me. What I feel is the passion. What I feel is the gasoline to my fucking car. What I feel is the light that is within me that actually is the lamp of my path. Every time I take a step, I cannot put my foot down without light meeting me there first. It's a great, great, big old world out there, and I'm the light of it. But being passive, I put a bowl over my head. And here comes the resentment now. Now I'm resenting my partner. Now I'm resenting my family. Now I'm resenting people. And I'm lying to myself thinking I'm outgrowing people. When I just resent the fuck out of myself, so I resent everyone else. And I call it overgrowth. More maturity than everybody else. When you just really just being passive and you built resentment and you've damaged yourself in an unholy way. Meaning an inauthentic way. So it's like, oh shit, bro, I ain't even see it like that. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Oh shit. And I'm telling you, this is the shit that I had to face. Like, bro, you be passive, then this is where that shit really gonna come from. So are you gonna face it? Are you? Because you see it. Listen, truth sets you free from the ego. You ain't never the ego. The ego is the passive one. Who you truly are is the holy, the righteous one. It's the one without fault, the one that can't do wrong because wrong don't exist, because right don't. It's the only thing that exists is what you prefer. That's why you told never to give up on your what? Your dreams. Your dreams is what you prefer. Because it's a life lived. That's your highest excitement. That's only inside of you. That only you can reach. So yeah, I'm like, yo, I don't desire to be passive. That shit's not me. I'm not a nice gen. I play basketball. I'm not even a pass first player. You pass me the ball, I'm jacking it, bro. I'm a chucker. Chucking the shit out of some shots, bro. But I guarantee you, when I used to play basketball with old friends of mine, yo, I was always the one that had to be checked by the best defender because I was always the X factor. I might not have been the overall best player, but I was the player that, yo, if he hot, it's over with. We know what the best player can do. The best player can't beat us. So, by themselves, but if the best player in Quentin is on, we're done. Because I was the tallest. I can drive, I can shoot, I can post up. But I might have not have consistently been like the best stand still shooter, but shit, I had a J, bro. I had a J. I was a scorer. I was a scorer. That's what I did best. I wasn't a 3-point shooter, but I was a scorer. I can give you some buckets, bro. Period. The best defender was not checking the best player when I played. The best defender was always checking me. So I'm like, well, fuck, I gotta start seeing myself a little bit more valuable than I do, because why would the best defender be checking me? Cause you got the best fucking offense. You can rebound. You can steal the ball better than anybody. You can score, but just as good. You can score just as good as everybody. You ain't got the best handle, but you can get to your spots. So it just looked like you do got handles. But when I start deferring and being passive, just passing the ball and playing my game, then people be like, what the fuck wrong with you, bro? Why you keep passing me the ball? Like, bro, shoot it. You was fucking wide open. Take the shot, bro. You had your man beat. Why you ain't? Like, that shot didn't even look confident, bro. What's going on? You all right, bro? That's how that shit look, though. When you being passive, bro. Don't be nice. Don't be like, because I'm telling you, that's what really nice is just avoiding conflict, bro. You ain't gonna be able to avoid it, but ain't nobody telling you to attract it either. But some shit you gonna have to address, man. Like, at the end of the day, like, somebody that don't really like know themselves and maybe not knowing you, they gonna do some shit that they may not know that you prefer or don't prefer. They may do something you prefer. It's like, oh wow, like we a vibe. But then they may end up doing something you don't prefer. It don't mean that you're not a vibe no more. It just means that this is how they function in their world. So when two worlds or three worlds come together, there's gonna be some fucking differences. It don't matter how alike you think you are. There's gonna always be some differences. So it's best to not be passive and express what it is you need, what it is you desire, what it is you want, without first judging the need or a need to have a need or want or a desire. Oh, well, you're not supposed to be attached to the things of this world. Or, hey, you're not supposed to enjoy this world so much to where you forget your end. Like, what the fuck, bro? Ain't nobody forgetting none of this shit. I just want to have a good ass time real quick. You know what I'm saying? I just got done meditating and talking like this. But right now I want to have a good ass time. I want to be thinking about this shit. So why are we talking about, are you attached to these fucking things of this world? What the fuck, bro? If I gotta take a shit and there ain't no tissue where you think I'm gonna use my spirit hands? No, I'm gonna use some tissue and some dude wipes. What the fuck? Like, whoa, what are we doing? Why I gotta be attached to some shit to wipe my funky ass right now, bro? Why? Like, come on. The fuck? What are we so afraid of? Oh, I got attached to now using tissue because I've been using tissue for fucking 30 years now. You might as well say I'm attached. Where am I about to go? The tissue hell? What? Where am I about to go? I'm about to go into the water and get flushed down with the shit? No, I'm not. But you might as well say I'm attached to it. I've been using this shit for 30 plus years. What now? But that's how you really gotta like think about this shit. Like, bro, fear is fear. If you possess it, trust me, you gonna show some passivity. That's the way you show passivity, is fearing attachments. You spend 20 years, 15 years with a partner, and you don't think that it's gonna be emotional when they're not with you anymore, especially based on beliefs and all that other shit. You think it's gonna be easy to be like, oh man, you know, I've been with this person for 15 years and man, they cheated on me and then boom. Like, you think that shit just easy to just take? No, that shit ain't. You think you just supposed to be like, oh, it's okay, honey. The fuck, no, the fuck it ain't okay. I ain't never in my life said this to you, but shut up, bitch. I'm talking now. No. Hell to the no. This is not like okay. Oh, that's just because you are attached. That's because you attached, bro. That's because you gotta be attached. That's funny, bro. Okay, yeah, I like that type of shit. Yeah, you're just attached. That's all. You're just a bit too attached. That's the thing. You just need to focus on my energy to focus on yours, and just don't think about this. Because if you can overcome it, okay, cool. It's not even about you overcome every fucking thing already. You good. You here to experience. You here to have a good time. I ain't here to fucking have to overcome some shit no more. That's just done. I'm one with myself. I don't judge myself right or wrong. So the fact that you think I gotta overcome some shit shows me where you at. That's how you gotta combat some of this fearful shit sometimes, bro, that lead to passivity. I'm gonna tell you what the fuck this passivity is all about, but I ain't gonna leave you fucking hanging. Hell to the no. Cause this shit slicker than fucking hair grease, bro. And a little bit of that shit and have you just letting your soul fucking glow in the wrong direction of what you don't prefer. And that's what I mean by wrong. Wrong is just what you don't want to fucking experience, what you don't have no feeling to want to experience. Nobody want to experience that bullshit. I don't care what you say. Somebody has been like, oh, you're just attached. I can do this. I can do whatever I want to do with myself. This is my body. Like, okay, cool. So go spend 10 years in a relationship with someone, and when that shit happen to you, you come let me know how the fuck you feel. Do you want somebody doing you like that? No. So what the fuck we talking about then? Like, what we talking about? You get what I'm saying? Like, you can't. That's why you gotta be bold and courageous in how you communicate. So this passivity bullshit it's not like eating you alive. You don't want that shit to eat you alive, because if you letting that shit eat you alive, people gonna know that, oh, I got their lunch money, bro. Whenever I need some lunch money, boom. Hell no. No. Nope. Don't even ask. Nope. 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 Be like, nah, man. Or it's gonna have to be a conversation that needs to be had. And if you don't know how to fucking open your ears and close your mouth, then a conversation can't be had. And that's kind of like the notion that you need to take with yourself. It's like, okay, Quentin, you've been a little bit too passive. You've been walking on eggshells, bro. You've been walking on thin ice. Why are you walking on thin ice? Well, because you see all that mud over there? Yeah. Well, if I walk on the mud, it's gonna be slippery. What if I fall? What the fuck? You don't think you can fall on some ice? Well, yeah, but I mean, it's ice. I mean, it's just water. If I fall on water. You know, like I don't get dirty is what I'm saying. Do you want to get dirty? You know how you're gonna look to everybody else if you're dirty? Is that what this is about? Well, of course. Why would I walk on mud when I can walk on ice? If I fall, at least I'll still be clean to the eyes of people. Because that's what life is all about. It's about everybody else's opinion of me. No, the fuck it ain't, bro. It's not. Who gives a fuck? Bro, you think every opinion that and every thought you have is in your favor about you? No, you have not always thought the best about yourself. And that's what I had to remember. Like, bro, I ain't always thought the best about. I have not always thought the best of myself, mate. I haven't, bro. I have not, bro. And I just be being a bank with you. I have not fucking thought that way about myself every fucking day. No. But I know that shit, though. I know I haven't thought the best of myself. So I know there's fucking thoughts in there fucking floating around that is formed not for me, but against me. But I ain't saying it's Johnny's fault when Johnny appear as the thought that's floating around. I ain't saying it's Felicia's fault when Felicia appear as the thought that's against me that's floating around. I'm not saying it's their fault. I know that they only exist because these thoughts do. Mobralio Ramamantia. I know that. So what you gonna do? You take accountability and you understand, like, nigga, these your thoughts up here, bro. Hey, but ain't nobody saying shit, you gotta like fucking, you know what I'm saying? I'm like saying you gotta plug into this shit. I'm just saying that, hey, don't, if you gon' plug into this shit, don't blame them. Like, why are you here in my reality? Acting like this to me. What am I doing? Why did I do this? Yeah. Like, ain't nobody saying do all of that bullshit. We just saying, like, don't just start pointing a fucking finger. Because what about the ones that's pointing back at your shit? Like, come on. And then you out, well, what if I point everything? Well, then what if everybody just disappear off this hole? You really feel like it's everybody else? But that's what you got. That's why I had to ask myself, like, do I really feel like it's everybody else and never me? Bro, no, that'd be stupidity and beyond to think that shit. Bro, that's not actually factual. It's all been me. It's been me. It's just, again, it's easier to step on someone's foot that's close to you because they're bold enough to love you even though you fucking walk just as crazy as you think and feel sometimes. What the hell? Oh my God, no way. Real shit though, man. Real to the shit, yo. But those are like the consequences of being like passive, too passive, like fuck too passive. That's just the consequences of being passive is you feeling overlooked, undervalued, underappreciated, feeling like you need the validation so that you can stop comparing yourself and overthinking and start accepting yourself more. You don't feel accepted. You easily are feeling judged. These are the consequences of being passive. You think everything is a fucking a judgmental criticism. It's just like, bro, I can't even give you, I can't even agree with you. You thinking like I'm fucking saying something. I can't even agree with you without you thinking I'm disagreeing with you. Shit's no fun, bro. You just be like, you need to leave. Ah, and then you hit him with the nope. No, bro. Real, bro. Like, then you develop this fucking facade of now you're in a damaged connection with someone. Ah, that's funny, bro. No, real talk, y'all. We be in these. Yo, bro, do skets and produce skis, bro. We be in these like Lucifer's thinkings that like, oh, like I'm in a bad connection with someone, or this is a dysfunctional relationship that I have with such and such because they're just not meeting my expectations. Man, I wonder if you just take a look in the fucking mirror and keep it real with yourself about what it is you fucking looking at. Maybe you'd act according to what you truly see this time. And then sometimes when they look in the mirror and they just be like, still looking like, so what the fuck am I supposed to be seeing? It ain't about what you're supposed to be seeing. It's seeing so you can supposed to feel how you truly feel about yourself because you see truth. Like, man, you can't, because outside ain't never the fucking issue. Oh my God, bro. It's never fucking the issue, bro. It's always inside. So yeah, when you just see like, bro, if you non-reactive to shit outside of you, but you reactive to shit outside of you, you gotta ask yourself, well, what's the difference between the two, right? Why such and such non-reactive? And I don't mean passive and non-reactive. I mean I'm not falling for your bullshit. I'm not saying everything is a projection in the sense of you're projecting onto me. You could be seeing some shit that's just true that I can't see right away about myself. So I get that. But listen, man, at the end of the day, if it's triggering you, bro, you reactive. That's just what the shit is. If it's triggering you, you're reactive. But ain't nothing wrong with being reactive. Shit, I'd rather you be reactive and express how you feel, at least how I know, versus, I don't want to be reactive. Oh my gosh, but I cannot stand this. I'm going to be thinking about this shit for the next 2 weeks. But if I only just tell them exactly what I think and how I feel, then I'll be okay with myself. Listen, if you don't tolerate bullshit, bullshit really can't come to your doorstep without it being identified as bullshit. Because you're going to know what it is already. You just gonna know what the bullshit is before the bullshit comes to the door. So you'll know whether to engage with bullshit or not. That's different from it triggered you. If it triggered you, say something. Because you don't know when that trigger is gonna be dissolved in you. So it's best you say something, because if they trigger you again and you don't know how you reacted, they do the shit, it ain't their fault that they ain't know you was triggered by what they did. You gotta learn how to talk. You Because, dude, how they gonna know? How would you know? How would you know, bro? How? I want to know how. You ain't gonna know until somebody fucking, you know what I'm saying, talk and speak up, bro. Like, you don't win when you're just fucking silent. It's just not happening, bro. Talk. That's you won already. That's why you get to speak. Talk. Fuck. All this fucking rage, bro. That's what passivity leads to, is rage. It just leads to fucking anger. That shit leads to hidden anger, bro. When you know what hidden anger does next. What it do next? It leads us to our next topic for next week, when we become now aggressive in our communication. I love y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in, first of all. And second of all, I appreciate the bits from Gracious Me and all the comments as well for YouTube. I love y'all, man. Peace out. And this was amazing. First fucking day of Cupid's challenge of mastering the 4 styles of communication, which is passive aggressive, and assertiveness. So again, I appreciate y'all. I will see y'all next Saturday.